A teen took up 5 seats, so I taught him a lesson he'll never forget. The sound of the train screeched through the tunnels, that metallic rumble that vibrates through your bones. It was rush hour, that messy, sweaty blur of faces, backpacks, and tired eyes. Every seat was full. Every handle was taken, except for one row. Right in the middle of the car sat a teenager, lanky, earbuds in, one leg draped across multiple seats. His bag sat proudly on another 2. 5 spots. 5 empty seats that dozens of people were pretending not to see because of one cocky kid. And I was standing there, gripping a rail, balancing between irritation and disbelief. It wasn't just about the seat. It was the principle, the complete disregard for everyone else, that look of entitlement. So, when I finally opened my mouth and asked him to move his bag, I didn't expect his answer. He looked up, smirked, and said, "Nah, I don't think so, man." That's the moment everything changed. Before I go on, if you've ever had someone act like the world revolves around them, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Revenge Flame, because this next part, it's where karma takes the wheel. You ever have one of those moments where your pulse instantly spikes, where your brain goes, "Is this really happening?" That was me, standing in that packed metro car, sweat on my palms, music blasting from this kid's phone speaker. He wasn't just inconsiderate, he was broadcasting it. His legs stretched out, head tilted back, mouthing the lyrics like he was performing for an audience that didn't exist. And the worst part, nobody said a word. The older woman standing next to me just shook her head and looked down. A dad with his kid whispered something, probably about ignoring trouble. But me? I could feel my blood boiling. I'd had a rough week, long hours, bad news, exhaustion stacked on exhaustion. That seat was more than a seat. It was relief. And this kid, this punk, was flaunting his arrogance like a crown. I tried one more time, keeping my voice calm. "Hey man, can you move your bag? There are people standing." He rolled his eyes, a full, dramatic roll like I was interrupting his music video, and said again, "Nah, don't think so." That smirk, that stupid smug smirk. I felt something inside me click. You know that split-second moment where you stop being polite and start being human? Yeah, that. The train slowed as it reached the next stop. People shuffled out, others pushed in, the crowd thickened. That's when I noticed something. His bag was heavy, big, expensive looking, probably his prized possession. Without a word, I stepped closer, grabbed it, lifted it slightly, enough to gauge the weight, and before he could even react, I tossed it down the aisle. It hit the floor and slid several feet away, right near the train doors. Everyone froze. The kid shot up, eyes wide. "Yo, what the f***, man? That's my bag!" I stared at him. Calm, centered, the kind of calm that comes after you've already made your decision. "Then go get it." He blinked, processing. Then his face twisted, rage, disbelief, embarrassment. He looked around, maybe hoping someone would side with him, but no one said a thing. The lady who'd been standing earlier, she sat down in one of the freed seats. Another man followed, then a third. Within seconds, all 5 seats were filled by actual commuters. The kid stood there, still processing that he wasn't in control anymore. "You better get it, kid," I said again, voice low, "or fight me for it." Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I'm solid. 90 kilos, gym a few times a week, broad shoulders. He, on the other hand, looked like he spent more time on TikTok than touching grass. He glanced at me, then at his bag, then at the people now comfortably sitting where he once lounged. The train doors dinged, warning that they were about to close. He lunged toward the doors, grabbed his bag just as they shut behind him. When he turned back, his face was red, part anger, part embarrassment. Everyone in the car was staring. He shouted, "You're crazy, man! You're actually insane!" I shrugged. Nah, just tired of people acting like jerks. He huffed, looked like he wanted to swing, but the moment passed. He stormed to the far end of the car, muttering under his breath. And I sat down, finally, next to an older lady who gave me the faintest approving smile, like she'd seen this kind of disrespect 1,000 times before. The next few minutes were silent, except for the rumble of the train. Every now and then, I'd catch his reflection in the window, still glaring, still stewing in his own humiliation. And honestly, I didn't feel bad. Because maybe that's what karma looks like in the real world. Not lightning bolts or poetic justice, just a mirror held up to someone who needed to see how ugly their entitlement looked. I didn't punch him, didn't yell, didn't even insult him. I just gave him a choice. Stand up and act decent, or lose his place entirely. He chose wrong. And that train ride, I've never enjoyed public transport more in my life. Sometimes people mistake kindness for weakness. They assume the world will always bend to their comfort, until someone reminds them that respect is a two-way street. That day, I didn't just win a seat. I won a little faith that maybe, just maybe, people can still stand up for what's right, even on a crowded train. If this story gave you that sweet taste of justice, smash that like button. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had to put someone in their place? And of course, subscribe to Revenge Flame for more real-life stories where karma rides suction.